All right, good dawning, and welcome to another episode of Good Dawning with myself, Mr. Floyd, and we'll see who piles in here. And welcome, guys. Grateful for anybody who would pile in to watch me, but thankful as well. Tina, thank you Thank you for your donation. Grateful. I was live with Hershey, and Tina made a donation. Thank you. Grateful. Yay! I'm here. Thank you, Tina. Seriously. Shelly and Neil, welcome, guys. Grateful. And thank you for being here. All right, Felicia. And awesome. Felicia posted a video from her event over the weekend, and amazing. So, congratulations, Felicia. And welcome, guys. All right, let's see who piles in here. And we'll take it a little slow here and see what we get. But grateful that you guys are here. Maureen, good dawning. Welcome. Grateful. Good afternoon. Good dawning. Almost afternoon. Erie, Pennsylvania. That's creepy. No, I've been to Erie once. It was cool. Grace, good dawning. Hope yes, everything is going well. Just the shifts, lots of shifts, right? So we work Saturday through Wednesday now, and we start work at what time? Start at 6 a.m. So Jawohl, right? So it's going to get interesting, but we will do good afternoons when I can, and good dawnings, and POR, Robin, good dawning. Grateful, guys. Grateful for you all being here. So yeah, we will be doing good dawning as we can, but Thursday and Fridays for sure, and then otherwise I'll be working, but that's all right. We will also do good afternoons, right? It's not too hard to do. Suzette, sunny to see you. Annie, oh, grateful. Thanks, guys. Really made my day. Thank you all for being here. Um, Grateful. All right, so let's see what we get from Kuan Yin and her oracle, and we'll see what we've got. All right, let's cut the cards here and see what we got. Today we're going to work with put some magic in the universe. We're going to use the double terminated labradorite here as well, and yeah, it'll be a good dawning. All right. All righty, Neil. Good dawning. All right, let's see what we got from Kuan Yin, and do what we have to do here. But nah, I'm not worried about it. All right, so Kuan Yin and her divine feminine. The card is Spill the Silken Thread Divine. I don't ever recall actually seeing this card. I'm sure we have at some point. When we used to do the Kuan Yin dailies, Kuan Yin and Isis every other day. Now we're just doing it during the show, but it still works. But yeah, so let's see what we got. Spin the Silken Thread Divine. In creating precious silks, there is a sorting process of sifting out what is broken to find what is precious and pure. You are commencing a new cycle, and it's time to release which does not align to your true to your heart. Choose to release all your agreements and connections that no longer serve your highest good. Connections. All right, perfect. And that's what kind of what we're doing here. What we've been doing, at least lately, is certain connections fallen away, and then new connections, better connections, more aligned. How's that? Have come in, and so yeah, so we are doing that, releasing connections here, and releasing a lot of stuff. You haven't seen me a lot on YouTube. It's not for anything other than I just want to stay present and keep my universe moving forward. Today, it'll all be work. Go to Red Rocks, and then I got to send you an email and shuffle around my schedule a little bit here. If I want to work Red Rocks tomorrow night, even though working Saturday, I can. But I'm going to try to get rid of the egress portion of it. So I can just work the ingress, get like 4-hour shift, and be good to go. So that will work. But yeah, I have my regular. Yeah, they're all back. So I don't know what the heck happened with YouTube there. But now you're back to, yeah, PLR. And yeah, so weird. But everybody's names are back. It's not the @ and then the weird. But YouTube does what it does, so that was really weird. But yeah, they've done that before though too. So, but now everybody's back to their regular names here, Henny and Tina, and instead of at. So yeah, weird, but yeah, YouTube does what it does. We can't really fight it or argue about it. Grateful though. So yeah, so thank you, Kuan Yin. What are we releasing? Agreements and connections. So what are you releasing for yourself? What are we releasing today? So microphone is cutting out. Let's try something. Probably need a new little clip on the bottom here. But let's try. Hang on. I mean, you can hear me now. I know. Check. Is that better? Check. It's 5x5, but raining like a... Yeah, there we go. Shiggity check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay, hopefully that works. Yeah, so we'll switch mics. There's 2 mics in here, but it probably needs a new clip. What happens is after so many ups and downs in the USB-C port there, the clip burns out, and so you don't get the clearest sound. So you got to buy a new clip. But we'll order one from Amazon here. Sounds good. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, mic number 2 instead of mic number 1. But, we could do stereo here. We could do both mics. Here we go. Here we go. Let's try something different, right? Now we're in stereo. We should be in stereo mode, theoretically. So now we have 2 mics here. And so you should hear me in the left and the right channels at this point in stereo mode. But it's raining here too, and it's all... But yeah, and I feel weird with 2 mics. Still cutting out on my end and can see you talk, but no sound detect. That's so weird. Back out and go back in. But that's so weird. Because everybody, I mean, nobody else seems to be... Does anybody else seem to having any troubles? Weird. Yep. 41 here. Got to take some DJ Magic mic. Make the bass go boom judge. Hey, what's going on, Clint? All right. So let's see what we got from the Mind Info Oracle cards. And the sound is 5x5. Okay, cool. 5x5 is a military term for A-OK. We do mic check, 5x5. But, all right. Radio check. Cool. Marine, good dunning. All right, so let's see what we got from the Mind Info Oracle cards here, and we'll see what's going on. Cut the cards. All right, let's see what we got. Sound in and out. We have to fix it. We'll have to get a new clip from Amazon. All right, there we go. It should be all right. All right, let's see what we get from, and I'll go back and listen to it too. But, and if we need to, I'll just pull the mic. All right, take the bottom card and see what we get in the top. Wow, there must be internet probes. I'm surprised it is in here. 1, 2, and 3. All right, and the 3 cards to Krista. Good dawning. Love you. Grateful. All right, let's see what we got, guys. All right, so today's card is connect. That's what I'm working on doing, connecting mostly with myself, right? You've been asked to connect with others. Well, this one's saying others, but been learning to connect, Lindsay, good dawning, with myself. Karma, love you. You're being asked to connect with others in meaningful ways. Sometimes it's helpful to get new perspectives to simply be around other people. You're in need of this right now, and deep connection will benefit you in many ways. Yeah, I've been in need of deep connection in a lot of ways for a while. That's part of what I created was a box of no connection. And once I realized the box I've been sitting in, it's like, wait a minute. But we miscreate our universe all the time. We create what we don't want because we're creating from what? Trauma and fear and patterns, right? Trauma patterns. So yeah, so in this case, I didn't connect with anybody. Connect 0, right? Now I'm ready to connect because I'm out of that trauma. And it's like now the connections, I mean, I'm connecting with myself. Hi, Lindsay. So glad to see James' class scheduled Tuesday at 8 p.m. Cool. All right, so let's see what we have here. So in order to connect, it's asking you to make a choice, right? So what's your choice? Choice, you're being asked to make a choice that you've been struggling with. It's time to decide a path which you're going to take. So I have to take a deeper, add a QA, interesting. So now I have to add YouTube made some changes overnight. So we have to add a choice. What's the choice that I'm making? Well, the choice is to connect, right? To get out of the box that I've been sitting in for so dang long. Step back, right? So you've been asked to step back from your life in order to gain perspective. Dragonfly point of view, right? When you're too close to the situation, it can be hard to make a decision. So yeah, it's like driving against the mountains, right? When you're right up against the mountains, driving in the Boulder on 36, if you look up, then the mountain's right there. But if I go all the way out to 287, right? That's the highway, right? And further out, and I look out, I can see the entire Front Range. I can see all the way down to Pikes Peak from my house. It's 150 miles. So if I look, depending on where I'm at, is depending on the perspective that I'm going to get, right? And so let's, there we go. Do not disturb. It's like we always need to be just right. But yeah, so step back. So it's asking me to step back, take a bigger view of my universe. Once you take a bigger view of anything in your life, generally speaking, you can see Suzette, good dawning. You can Tootsie Roll. And you can usually see a broader picture. So are you taking that step back in your universe? And finally, abundance. There we go. You're being asked to open up to abundance, to believe that you are deserving. These are great cards. And let it flow to you. This is the first important step to receiving it, is to believing it, right? You have to believe what you're receiving, right? You have to believe it to receive it. So if you don't believe it, you will not receive it. Oh, wow, Lindsay. Hope there's someplace comfy there to hang out with. Hey, PG in the back. What is Lindsay saying here? Awesome, Karma. Thank you. Go down here. I'm having lots of internet problems. Yeah. Well, we are close to the perihelion of, or is the aperihelion of, whichever one's the close, I think it's aperihelion, is Three-Eye Atlas, so who knows? But not a day or two away. But I'll find a good corner. Oh, well, a good corner. You don't know, you don't belong in a corner. Nobody puts baby in a corner, right? There you go. But grateful, guys. Welcome. So yeah, big changes here. So we'll go over the cards. So connect. So in order to connect, and connecting with more, right? So take it. You have choices. What choices are you making? Step back and see your universe in a bigger way, and allow for things to come in. I'm finally allowing for abundance to come in. We finally had like a shift in the dam, right? And so some of the rocks have finally cleared out, and we're starting to get a little flow moving here, right? When you step back and allow, things do come in. And so in this case, it's your awesome energy. Oh, Krista, thank you. I appreciate you. You know, I mean, I don't know in the tube or anything, and it's like in Truth Wave and such, because I'm just not trying to clock my time by that anymore. But grateful. Thanks, guys, for sticking around, even though I'm going through a bit of a shift here, and so is the channel. I appreciate all of you guys sticking around with this. With the changes, and we'll keep these up for a minute, and the shifts that have been happening here. But yeah, so if you're new here, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Please do hit the thumbs up, guys. There's 16 of us here and only 9 likes. So if you could help out Al Gore, and there would have some more rhythm. But it would help the algorithm if you do so. I appreciate it. Oh, Suzette, thank you. Sometimes I don't see that I'm amazing. I mean, I know what I've been through, and that's amazing. And then really, just that alone, well, we've all been through. You guys are all amazing. We've all been through something, and we're going through it. Look at Lindsay's universe. Look at, and then to grateful guys. It's just a matter of being grateful and holding on. Now we get to work for the next 2 months. Crunch it. Like there's no Josh, your original trailblazer. We ain't going. Oh, thank you. I know everything. All these universes have sprung up, and I'm grateful that everybody's doing so well. Even if, and you'll see me around here and there, but yeah, it's just got to be more physical. Physical. I gotta be more physical in my universe. But no, my body doesn't. Yeah. Thank you for helping the family shift, Josh. The energy is mega. Salute you for. Thank you. Thank you, Krista. Really. I think we can see our own universes through your universe. Oh, that's the idea. Is that traumas of a feather, we flock together, right? So yeah, and we help each other heal, and as I heal and can share my wisdom, strength, and hope, and you guys share it too. We all heal, and you know that's really what it's all about. The rest of it, I don't know. I'm just grateful. Um, Waiting in my ride, Three Eye Atlas. Take no, wasn't that? Remember the what was it? Marshall White and those guys, the ones who died, the UFO, the comet. Was the Halley's Comet? Was it Halley's Comet that was gonna come and take them away? And Marshall White and those guys in California, and they all poisoned themselves, and then they thought they were gonna take the ship there. But Heaven's Gate. There we go. Thank you. It took me a minute to get that one. Heaven's Gate, right? They went to heaven. Oh gosh. So yeah, no, don't let no Three Atlas take you away there. But yeah, at least Marshall White. He shows that nobody. We don't see anybody doing. Please, no Marshall Whiting yourself and your family there to think you're going to catch a ride on Three Eye Atlas, folks. It's right. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. I had new Nikes on too. Remember that? It was like, I guess if you needed a new pair of shoes, you want to take them off the dead. But good God, where were they going with those Nikes, right? All the black outfits and then the Nikes. With the purple, the Nike. That's crazy. I guess it's no better than Jim Jones, though, right? I mean, good God. Let's all go to Guyana and then really don't drink the Kool-Aid. Holy cow. So, yeah, we could talk about cult leaders. No, it's easier to see someone else's universe change. Seeing self sometimes too close. Forget the forest to the trees kind of thing. Yeah, it's you do that step back. I couldn't. My OG tarot card reader, the one I still occasionally watch on YouTube, not too much. There you go, once in a hair, guys. But the one I generally, since I'm going to Red Rocks, I'm gonna wear a hat anyways. There's no point in doing the hair, right? Save the gel for another day. But yeah, yeah, it stuck with me. Dragonfly energy, right? Like how they just kind of hover ahead, like they're like over here, like here, and then over here they'll fly, and then over here. But they're never here, right? They're always above you for some odd reason, right? And so, encapsulating that kind of dragonfly energy, so that I stay and can see. But really, if I just let go, what I'm learning is that I don't have any problems. It's just letting go, right? The problems are all here. If I really let go for today, and we're only in today because tomorrow doesn't exist, and yesterday's already happened. So for this exact moment, I have food in the ready fridge, right? As Germain would say, do you have food in your ready fridge? I got gas in the car. I can get to work. I got to get home, though. So I got to get more gas. But I have money in the bank to do, so we got paid today. So no, there is really no issues. It's just how we see. It's the perception. Now, do I want a bigger change? Yes. But in this exact moment, I'm looking at the end of the change, and that's what's driving me nuts, right? But now we have a line on an apartment, too. So things are moving forward, right? 2-bedroom apartment at that. So we're going to have a studio, right? Work at home / YouTube studio. So yeah, there we go, guys. And anybody wants to come visit, we'll get a Murphy bed or something. I wonder though, was the Murphy bed invented by someone named Murphy? All these names for things, right? Trundle bed, right? They call it Trundle bed. But who's Trundle, right? Was there somebody named Trundle, and is that why it's a Trundle bed? I have no idea. Live for today. Tomorrow always comes. Oh well, it does until the day you don't stop breathing. But yeah, but then it comes in another manner. But then it's a perpetual tomorrow at that point. Was just reflecting on 9 and life paths. My mom is 27th 9, and my middle is an 18-9. Okay, definitely a 9 life path, although I'm definitely living a cycle change life, right? This is a 9-9 life for me. A lot of us are living that life, right? Where we're ending a cycle, right? I'm ending 7 lifetimes worth of smashing my head against the wall, right? And what do you guys ending in your universe? How many lifetimes have you been spinning the wheels, not seeing the patterns, right? And there's still patterns I'm sure I'm not seeing, and I'm still shadow and other things that still kind of rule my roost that I'm still working on, right? But yeah, my universe is constant change. I'm recognizing big time, but I'm struggling with putting things into action. Not quite sure what my issue is other than pure laziness. I'm kind of the same way, and a lot of us kind of I've noticed can be like that. Um, Putting things into action is not always the easiest for us, but it's I think it's breaking those karmic cycles that we had against ourselves in a lot of ways, as a lot of us didn't do anything for so many years. Like me, I sat literally my life was YouTube flip, YouTube flip, YouTube flip. Oh, it's 9 o'clock at night. YouTube flip. Oh, it's 2 a.m. Go to bed. Wake up. Oh, YouTube flip all day long, right? Pretty much. I managed to get the rent paid, but I didn't manage to do anything. And so now that I have to do right, is this? It's like cranking up the. It's like it reminds me of like cranking up an old like a whirly dervish, right? Like a dervish, like some sort of crazy machine. You crank it up and get it going, right? And once you get it going, then you're fine. But it's the getting going. So for myself, yeah, it's kind of slow, but we're moving forward. At least with work, we're gonna crush it, right? So there we go. Between door dashing occasionally and very occasionally, I'm not putting myself behind the eight ball like I did before, though. Coming here and doing good donning at 5:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning when I'm like 3 hours of sleep, and no, we're not doing any of that anyway. I'm not gonna work. We're not doing that to myself, but good dawning, Linda. Grateful to see you, beautiful soul. Love you. I'm hoping me saying it out loud to you, beautiful people, will help me hold myself accountable. Good done, Linda. Good done. Good dawning. Good dawning, Linda. How are you? Yeah. How's the knee? Are we out running marathons yet? Are we Linda's a bionic woman. If you didn't know, she's $1 million woman, the bionic man. So yeah, we're gonna see. Are you up and running there? Are you out and about now? Usually after a couple of weeks of knee surgery, it's amazing how the body works, right? It's like, well, let's just put this fake knee in there and then get up and walk. It's like, what? Are you crazy? And then you do, and it seems to work. I am healing well. Awesome. My universe has been super busy. Fantastic. All right, guys. Busy is good because for many years, many, I sat on my Hillary Duff, right, and did nothing but nothing. So now I have some wings, right? So we go to work at 6 a.m. and distribute much love to all of you beautiful family. All right, guys, so let's do some. We're going to do a release. Okay, so we're going to do something a little different here. We're going to do a channeling, and we're going to combine the channeling with a release of old agreements and connections, right? We're going to release any old agreements we've made. And we do this periodically. I'm sure you guys, hopefully you guys have screamed out to the universe that I release old connections, old agreements, old energies and whatnot. But we're going to do so today as well. And in a channeling here, and we'll see what we get. And then we're going to work with, bring some magic in. So we're going to work with this double terminated labradorite. There we go. I can't speak. And utilize the labradorite. Justine, good dawning. Are you going to channel your cards? Oh, we already did the cards, but cards are usually like the first thing we do. But I'm going to channel, and we're going to utilize the channeling to release agreements, old agreements that we made against ourselves, with others that we didn't hold up or what have you. Any of that old energy, and we're going to release connections. Old connections, dead connections, connections that need to go, connections that may be in your universe that need to be released. Whatever connections are, it's subjective, right? Like everything in this universe. So you're releasing what you feel you need to release. Look into heat source you can use car oil in. Well, you work for Wonder Woman, Clint? What? Clint worked for Wonder Woman? Wonder Twin Powers. Activate. All right, so Wonder Woman. All right, so here we go. We need to the dissolve, and the screen pops up, like in Wonder Woman, right? I worked on her home, yes. Linda Hamilton? Or no, wait, what was her name? Who is Wonder Woman? I forgot her name. Not Linda Hamilton. It's slipping me, but yeah. I worked in her home, yes. I worked in a handful of celebs' homes in Middlesbrough. Oh, how cool! There you go. So So Clint knows Wonder Woman, and it's no wonder, right? Linda Carter, thank you. So Clint knows Linda Carter. That's crazy. How awesome is that? How cool was she? Did she have wonderful? Did you see her invisible jet, or was she hiding it from you? That's the question, because you don't know if she really has that invisible jet or not. And if she did, if she has, because that would be weird, right? If she has an invisible jet that you can see into, then right, because she's flying, but she's just her, right? So if she goes to the bathroom in her, if she has a bathroom in her invisible jet, right? Then do you see her sitting on the toilet while it's flying in autopilot? Just wondering, right? That would be really weird to see her in the back of the jet, just sitting there and then getting up. It's all invisible, but she's not, right? Um, my friend here, Aaron, and then a different friend here is Carter. Aaron Carter. Oh wow. She is an amazing lady, very classy but down to earth. I would imagine. I mean, you become Wonder Woman, and then they make right. So yeah, you'd have to have you got to be some sort of class act. How cool. Awesome, guys. All right, so we're gonna do a channeling here. As I go through, it's going to require some audience participation because we're going to do a little bit of a invocation in the channeling here. So we're going to release agreements, whatever you want to release. And we're going to release connections. We're going to follow Kuan Yin today and do so. Yeah, we are all celebrities here. Craziness. Yeah, I've met a few crazy, but nothing like working on somebody's house. That's amazing. Superstars. There you go. Well, too, they start saying, "I gotta work with Clint." My sister is friends with Alice. Well, favor. How cool is that? Friends with Alice. My dad knew Neil Diamond's third cousin, but he didn't say much for Neil Diamond. He wouldn't come to family reunions, apparently. He was above the family, but I guess he had already torn his pocket in the jazz singer, right? So I stripped myself of his father tore his pocket. I stripped myself of my family. This is cool. King is becoming famous at endurance because he's a quarter horse winning over the Arabian horses. How awesome is that? Yeah, you don't think, I mean, Arabians they're like the gymnasts. They're like, well, right. I mean, I don't know a lot about horses, but yeah, you always hear about Arabians being like the strongest horses. That's awesome. So awesome. All right, so let's do a channeling. As I channel here, guys, what you're gonna end up seeing as I channel through is, yeah, we're going to release agreements. We're going to release connections, and so that's pretty good, Donnie. So as I channel through, then you'll see just where you need to jump in there and release as well. And I release. I don't need it. Yeah, King is famous for awesome things. How cool. Arabians are the poster children reps for endurance. There you go. Awesome. All right, guys. So take a deep breath with me, if you would, and release. Another breath. And release. And one more. And release. All right, here we go, guys. All right, so take a moment. Who are we channeling is the question here. Saint Germain, we are grateful that you are here. We are channeling today to discuss, and we are channeling through Josh for you, to you, through Josh, right? And we are grateful. We are going to discuss the agreements, the energies that you have put into the universe, right? What you have alchemized into your life, right? So we are channeling to discuss releasing agreements and connections by Kuan Yin, right? So Kuan Yin wants you to release what is not needed in your frame today. Release what needs to come out of your energies and release what's no longer serving, right? So we are asking of you and Kuan Yin, right? We are asking of you guys to release those energies from yourself and release those energies that you are holding when you are holding on to others, right? And you are trying to create them, right? So we're asking connections to release the unwanted connections in your universe. So you join Saint Germain here. How many of you have stated things that you do not agree with in your universe, have put out spells, right? Your language, if you are using the English language, is like a spell, right? You are casting spells every which way you look, everything you say, right? Everything you type. You are making statements, grand statements to your living universe, right? So
How many of you have said many things out of anger, out of frustration, out of fear, out of karmic energies, right? And you have made agreements with Yah universe that you cannot cash, right? You have made agreements with others that you cannot fulfill. You have made agreements with yourself that you don't want, right? You are agreeing that you are worthless, right? You are agreeing that you might, I am never going to meet somebody, right? I agree upon, you are making agreements to yourself, right? I am not worthy of having a good job, or I am not this or that, right? And you are stating these things, so you are making agreements, you are creating energies to your loving, living universe, right? And so, how many times a day are you making these negative agreements? How many times a day are you reaching out for connections that are no longer there, right? So maybe you had a friend, they are no longer there, but in your mind, you are still reaching out for that connection. We're asking you to release that. If that connection is no longer there, then there is no need for the vibration to be in your frame, right? If you are leaving connections or losing a connection, you have lost a connection, right? And you are still thinking about that connection, you are still keeping that person vibrating in your frame. If you canceled the connection, then why are you doing so? If they canceled the connection, then it is your job to allow that release to happen, right? So you cannot stand there and hold the connection in your frame or pine for it, right? Because then you are not moving forward. You're still in the energy of a broken connection. And if somebody is not in your frame, right? If you have made a connection and they are gone, right? They've left your frame, right? Then you are no longer vibrating. Maybe you vibrated up and they cannot handle it, right? Maybe you are vibrating into a better space and they're choosing to spin their wheels. And if they are doing so, then you do not want to be a part of that anyways, right? So there are lots of things that you need to see. Are you looking into your universe when these things occur and seeing the bigger picture, or are you just pining, right? Are you just falling into the energies of woe is me? Realize as well that if somebody has a connection, right, disappears, somebody ends a connection goes away, what have you, right? Realize it may not be you that is broken, right? Realize that other people, right? You are putting energies and trust and faith into other people, right? And if they are broken in their own right, right? If they are not healed, then you are going to get broken, right? Broken generally does not just disappear from other universes. Or broken would generally disappear from other universes. You are not broken, you would at least state something. So what we are getting at here is, depending on the connection, right? If they just, and they disappear, right? In your frame, why you reach back and grab that? And they're gone. Let them go. You are better to have in your frame, right? You are better to see. Maybe you are better. Somebody will come into your frame who will lift you up. If you have been spinning your wheels in this connection and not moving forward, and the connection disappears, then that is a good thing, right? Poof. They are gone. They're not in your frame. So what we are getting at from your universe and from ours here is that whoever is in your frame, are you examining your connections? And if they have gone, right, then they are meant to be gone. Are you examining the agreements that you have made in your universe? We are grateful to see the Master Healer Rick. We are talking about releasing agreements and connections with Saint Germain. So we are grateful to see you here, Rick, and see the Master at work, right? Rick is an amazing man because he healed himself. He stopped his chemo and then healed himself. Rick is a divine. Rick understands his divine presence, right? Do you see our divine presence in the agreements that you made that you now need to break, right? Do you see in your presence, in your divine presence, the connections that have disappeared that you now need to scrub from your frame, right? If you are still standing in an old connection, then you are standing backwards in energy, right? You cannot bring in new until you have released the old. Good dawning, Hershey. We are grateful. And Hershey, you will be live with your cousin, right? At 11:30. That would be 12:30 Eastern Time, 11:30 in the Central Time, and 10:30 here in the East Coast, or in the Mountain Time. If you are a Scotty boy, then it would be 9:30. But we are grateful. And we are grateful for all of what you are doing, each and every one of you. And may you have a witchy and amazing show for Hershey there. But just like Felicia, who is standing in her frame and growing with her horse, right? With King, right? She is standing in that King energy with King, right? So what are you seeing? What agreements are you making? What connections are you having? What universe are you spinning that you don't need to spin anymore? We're going to do an invocation for that. So join Saint Germain with me here. Join me. Follow along. You can repeat or not. It is up to you. You can imagine. You can break. You can scrub. Whatever you want to do, you're the grand arbiter of your energy, and you're making these decisions on your own. So here we go. Join Saint Germain. We are releasing energies. I release any old agreements that no longer serve me. Repeat, right? I release karmic words that were said that no longer serve me. Repeat, right? I release angry energies that were said that no longer serve. I release any lies that I might have said to anybody for any reason. I release any agreement that I made that goes against what I really want. We all do that. So I release those agreements that state I am not worthy. It will never happen. I will always be this. All of those agreements are released. I release anything I said that was false about anybody. If I made up a lie about you or somebody else and spread it throughout the universe, I release that energy and apologize to the universe for that. I release my karmic self, the self-talk that I said to myself, the negative self-talk, the unworthinesses, the bashing of myself, right, for failures and such, right? We release that energy as well, right? Those are agreements we make to ourselves. We release any old connections that are no longer in frame. We release the energies of old connections that are no longer in frame as well. We release those energies and give them to the greater source field. We break those connections. We release the bond between yourself and the other in connection. We break that bond. We send it to the wind, and we release that person back to their universe as we cleanse ourselves with the violet flame and cleanse their energies out of our frame, right? So we turn on our violet flames and we cleanse the energies of those that we have released, the connections that we are releasing. Merry winds, good dawning. We release and leave the violet flame on. We release any of the energies from that connection that are still resonant in our frame. We release any of the agreements we made in those connections as well, right? To the wind. We release any connection that no longer is serving us, right? We release those dark connections, those connections that left us stranded emotionally, physically. We release those agreements that have brought our universes down, that have kept us in small frame and not allowed us to see the larger self. We send all those energies, cleansed, to the wind. We release those from our frame. We release those who are no longer needed from our frame. And we stand strong in the love that we are, in the light that we are. We create new agreements with ourselves in love. Create new agreements with ourselves in abundance. And we create new agreements with ourselves in peace. We create new connections that lead us forward, that help us to grow, help us to learn, and create an agreement with our highest self, the highest love. We see ourselves. Saint Germain wants you to see ourselves in the highest picture there. We take our old agreements, our old self, our old energies, our old unworthiness, the old energies of buying the sirloin and not the T-bone energy, right? Or maybe not even the sirloin, but the minute steak. Are you seeing? You are the T-bone, not the minute steak. Stand in strong frame today. Look at your agreements you make to yourself and to others. Look through yourself and see yourself in a higher light. Look into the connections that you have, right? The connections with others. Look at those connections that have fallen away. See why they have fallen away, right? If you're not examining why a connection has left your frame, whether you or they ended it, right? Maybe you are finding karmic people in your universe. They ended it. Maybe you are finding that you are a better energy. Either way, sit inside the energy for a moment and feel it, see it, and release it. Do not go back, right? If you are going back, your body does not know. If you are going back into energies or agreements that you have made in the past, your body will not know that, right? You start thinking about an old energy. Your body does not know if that energy is there or not, right? It's the same, you're going to get the same internal vibration, right? If you come up and bring up an old agreement you made against yourself, right? I will never be rich, right? Never have money, whatever it is. I will never meet the right person. So you say that, right? You say that to yourself. That's an agreement you are making to yourself. So do not repeat these things. You are breaking that energy, right? Send it to the wind. See yourself in a bigger light. See the light inside yourself as well, right? You are the grand arbiter of your energy. So if you are releasing, we're going to talk one other side to that, right? If you are releasing, then you are in open space, right? So I release all of the karmic things I've said, right? So you are scrubbing the energies, right? I'm wrong. I've released that energy. I'm no longer, but now your job to not be karmic again, right? So if you can release that, now you have to police that, right? Are you in understanding? You have created a pattern where you are karmic against yourself and saying things like, woe is me, this will never happen, or what have you, and you have not yet totally cleared the energies yet, right? And you are still sitting and spinning inside. It is your job now to see that, right? To cut that pattern out, right? To slow down. Mary, happy birthday. It's Mary's birthday, and we are grateful. Saint Germain is wishing you the greatest birthday ever, and we are grateful. We have all won because Mary is here, and she's such an amazing soul. And we are grateful that on your solar return that you would want to be here in any aspect. So grateful. Happy birthday to you, Mary. We are grateful. Happy birthday. You being born is a bright light in the universe. Don't you forget that. You have won. We have all won because we get to know Mary. And so in that aspect, we are grateful alone, right? There's 8 billion people, but you are here amongst us. And for that, Mary, we are grateful. Happy birthday. Solar return. But you are the grand arbiter of the energies, right? So if you are releasing karmatic energies into the universe, right, then you are getting rid of all this energy. It is your job then to not bring it back into your frame, right? It is your job to also recognize that same energy in what? Others, right? And so if you are releasing, I don't want to be low energy anymore. I see myself in a higher frame and I am amazing, right? If you have a friend then who is not feeling amazing, right, you're going to hang around them. You're not going to feel what? Amazing. Are you in understanding? If you are trying to release agreements that you have made to yourself that I am not going to be karmic anymore, do you have a friend who is living in a karmic state, right? Or you have something in your universe that is karmic, right? So you might have to release that as well, or at least understand, right, where you are coming from. You don't have to release anything if you are an understanding of who and what you are, and what frame you are standing in, don't letting other frames mess with you, right? You're not the most karmic friend in the world, but if you know that you are love, right? When they say you are loveless, you are worthless, and you are not going to have love. Well, A, why do you have a friend like that? But B, you can come back and say, I know who I am source, and I stand in my frame of love. Obviously, that's something going on in you, right? So when you start to see that, you don't have to really release them, but you stand in frame, right? Stand strong. Are you in understanding? But if you are releasing old agreements, keep that in mind. What do you release that you agreed with yourself? Do not bring that back into your frame. If you are releasing agreements inside yourself that you have made to yourself, and a lot of your agreements are with yourself. I will never get married. There's an agreement, right? Your channeler said that, right? He was next lifetime, right? Because after 6 lifetimes and 7 lifetimes, he never got married, right? So even in this lifetime, he was, well, maybe next life. But we erased that. Throw that away. Why? We did not realize the box that we were living in, right? So that universe would never create love until you see the box, right? So we're going to start with that. We are going to stand in the frame, right? We're going to unbox ourselves from a universe that is not creating love. Exactly. So where are you seeing? It's all about seeing the bigger picture, right? So if you are standing in a frame in a universe that is not working for you, first off, are you creating agreements that are spinning in your universe to create the universe that is not working for you, right? I always have X happen. Well, you keep saying always having X happen will create X happening to you in your universe, right? You are guiding your universe. I never have enough money. And when you're saying that, then you will spin around and never have enough money every single time. But if you are grateful and say, I'm grateful to have just enough to get by, right? Or just enough to cover what I need. Generally speaking, you always have just enough to cover what you need, right? Are you seeing it? You are the grand energetic and you are the sender of it. So what you are stating, what you are vibrating, and what you are repeating is what you are seeing, right? So it all comes from inside your frame, from the I am, right? And so if you are standing around, I am broke, well, then the universe will show you broke, right? I am having a bad day. Well, the universe will make sure to confirm that you are having a bad day. So release. It's all about release, right? Release it all. Let it all go. You don't need to stand in any frame at all other than peace, right? I'm just here. I am. That's the best frame, right? And then you allow for things to come in, right? You are not pushing, yeah, universe. Where's the love? Where's the money? Where's the car? Where's the vibration of me, right? That's all it is, anyways, right? So stand in your vibration instead, right? If you are working on your vibration, then what you are looking for may or may not show up, but you won't be caring, right? What you are needing will show up, right? For sure, right? So if you are just working on, I'm the best person I can be, I am here to be more love, I'm here to be more source, I'm here to be more helpful, I'm here to be the best Josh, right? Or the best Tina, or the best Hershey, or the best Lindsay, or Felicia, or Linda, right? I'm here to be the best, right? And release all of that doesn't serve me as karmic, right? All the heavy energies, all the things that aren't serving others around me, right? Releasing all of that and standing in a higher frame. Once you do that, that's how you create, right? We are misinflating, conflating how we create by asking, where is mine? Where is this? Where is that? It is inside you, waiting to be released by a higher vibration inside yourself, right? So once you have that higher vibration inside you, and you bring back, right? So what you release outside of you comes back into you. Are you seeing? If you want to have more money, then you have to vibrate like you are wealthy, right? I am in this space. I trust and my universe provides, and you stand in frame, right? And you don't see the karmic, oh, my universe, I am always broke, right? If you wish to have friends or love, right, in your universe, see the love inside yourself first, right? Stand in that love. Do not stand in the this woman did that, or this did that to me that lifetime, or whatever. My last girlfriend was this and that, and whatever it is for you, you stand in the now. I am the love that I am looking for, and you start with that, right? Because if you are looking for love, for example, it has to come from the inside of your frame, right? It frames out. You get the love based on your vibration, right? So if you are looking, and if it's not there, the other thing that people are misconflating is if something is not in your universe, right? Saint Germain wants you to understand, if you are looking for love and it is not there, then you have not vibrated it up yet. Stop looking for it, because it's not going to just show up. It'll show up when you are in vibration, but it's not going to just show up because you are pining for it, right? You are pining for it is telling the universe that you are seeing that you are in lack and it is not there. And if you are standing in a frame of lack, then it'll never show up, because you are standing there in the frame of it's not here, right? And if you're framing your universe out on what's not there, then it's not going to show up. Are you in understanding? Saint Germain is asking if you are in understanding of that, because that is quite important. If you are standing in a frame where love happens when it is meant to, based on my vibration and nothing more, right? And I let go. What I need will vibrate into my universe based on me being the best me that I can be, right? And letting go. Mystic John, grateful to see you. Saint Germain is channeling through Josh right now. We are grateful to see you. We are talking about releasing, right? Standing in frame. So if you are looking for love and you are standing in frame, and knowing that you are all the love that you are looking for, right? You have to be that love, right? You cannot look for love. Nobody's job to carry the love for you, right? I do not love myself. You love me and carry it for me is not love, right? Not at all. Love is loving yourself and then allowing that same love to vibrate back to you, mirroring you, right? So if you are looking for love, then you are standing in the frame, right? You are in agreement. And these are things you have to look at too. What agreements are you now? We've released agreements, but if you are making new agreements with yourself, right? Are these good agreements? Are you making positive agreements? I agree that I am worthy of love. That's a positive agreement. I agree that I am worthy of having awesome connections. That's a positive. So you stand in those frames and you stand as the love, right? So what can I do to be more loving, right? If you are looking for love in your universe, then what can you do? Return the love back to the greater source field. Return the love to those in your frame, right? Be of love to those. Hold the door open for somebody. If you see somebody struggling, help them out, right? Maybe whatever it is in your universe. If you are tall and you see a short person at the store reaching for the food, reach up and grab it for them, right? So here you go. Grateful. Have a blessed day, right? What are you doing to lift up the greater source field if you are looking for more love? If you're looking for more financial abundance, then how are you helping others find their financial abundance, right? That is what we are saying. Are you helping others with their YouTube Live, right? And they are helping others to get donations. Or are you out and about? Do you take a $5 bill, maybe break it down into ones and start giving it away, or a 10, and get 2 5s and help others? This is what we are talking about here. What you are giving away comes back to you tenfold because you are an understanding that it is flow, right? It is coming in and going out. And really, if you look at your universes, how many of you are really comes in and goes out and comes in, right? When you are just when you need it, right? Love, let it happen to you, right? Look at your agreements. What have you said to others? What are you agreeing upon or disagreeing upon? You are creating, right? Look at your connections. Are they positive or negative, right? You are the ones who decide, but if they have left your frame, then let them be. Do not bring connections back into your frame that aren't there because you are just spinning at that point. And that is not good for anybody. Stand strong in your frame. Stand strong in the connection of yourself. And stand strong in the connections of those who care, who love you. A lot of us will chase after those who who shouldn't even be in our universe in some aspect, right? Releasing transmission. Ugh. All right, so there we go. Releasing agreements, old agreements. The dragonfly energy comes to mind, standing above, looking down at the agreements that we've made, and then, nah, I don't want that one. I don't want click, breaking those agreements, right? Love will keep us together. Any old kind of weather. Singing a song, coming along. Stop, 'cause I really love you. Yeah, there you go. But love will keep us together. There we go. But so yeah, look at those connections that you have in your universe. Cody, welcome. Yeah, the dragonfly energy is real big in my universe because and when you're in the box, that's the hard part. Is when you're in the box, you don't know you're in the box, and people look at you and you're like, I had no idea, not in a million, quadrillion, trillion years. You're like, you are really walled off. I had no idea. I couldn't see it because I'm in the wall, right? The wall's around me. I'm sitting in it. So I couldn't see it. I couldn't tell until that armor, just a little bit of it broke open. So if you're in that box, try to get in that dragonfly and look down on it if nothing else. And maybe you can see it better as well. Or ask others, as crazy as this sounds. In a lot of ways, it was like, was I really in a? Yeah, you were. You had no idea, did you? No, I couldn't see it. And so yeah, when you start asking others, right? And there's not too many others in my physical, but those that I did ask were like, yeah, dude, you were the most walled off person I've ever met. I said, what? I said, yeah, but you don't know. So that's what I'm saying. You guys, anybody could be walking around in some sort of physical wall, some sort of karmic space, some sort of rejection, go away energy, or what have you. You don't even realize what you're standing in because that's how you've been for so long. It's your normal, right? Like if you're born without a hand, you don't know what it's like to have two hands, right? This having missing a hand favor to anybody in that situation. They don't. That's normal to them. You having another hand would be miraculous. They'd be like, wow, I can do all these other things. They don't know. Same thing with our traumas. We don't know the patterns that we've set up. We can't always see this stuff because it's what we're living within, right? It's the costume inside us that's living out through us, right? Halloween, right? And so until we can see that and have somebody say, like, all right, and really show it, either mirror it back to you or you get a glimpse, miracle, goddess epiphany comes in, what have you. Yeah, you're just spinning in that cycle. My schoolmate John Roth joined Foreigner. What? John is a gifted guitarist and vocalist. We are from a small town, 3,500 people. He's a rock star from. How awesome! How awesome is that? So it feels like the first time, like it's never been before. How cool is how how cool is that? Awesome. So yeah, you see, you got a famous schoolmate in Foreigner, but how cool! And I love Foreigner too. I used to make mixtapes back when I used to do like a lot of LSD, and Foreigner was some of their songs there are really good for like good old like a mixtape where you would like do it with LSD. But, yeah, back in the high school days. But thank you for letting me me now. Schrodinger's cat. Do we actually exist? No, we really don't. I mean, think about this. This is all just an imaginary dream. Actually, if you want to go by certain theories, this has already happened, right? Everything happened in a flash in your life. And that's just unrolling and you're playing it out, right? But it only took 10 seconds, right? And then there's the idea that maybe you're in a pod, like in right. So you wake up and like in Avatar, you're in a pod, right? And so and just you're on lunch break, and that's literally this is your lunch break, this whole life. Crazy. I've heard that theory before too, like alien pod, and you just wake immersion pod on Earth, um, and like you just go for lunch, and it's like you live a whole lifetime, and you get up, and it's like all right, go back to work. Um, I used to watch a bucket list family with my kids. They were big on GoPros, and one kid named Manila. So I've never heard of the bucket list family, but I don't know. I haven't really watched TV. Purple Christine. I haven't really watched TV since 2015, since the day Trump got first elected. And there's nothing behind that, but he walked off stage and I turned off the TV, and we do not causation is not correlation. It was just a time, I guess. Y'all can look him up. He will be in Canada touring with them next few months. JohnRoth.com. How cool is that? Yeah, I mean, really. One of the richest, there's a billionaire came out of my high school. Um, Invented a way to track advertising on the internet, and he's like a multi-billionaire. Yeah, and craziness, right? The things he used to do in high school, but we don't go there. Front porch, when I was 6, just this conversation. I haven't had TV for a long time. I have one. It's sitting right there. My scrying mirror is sitting in my 19-inch scrying mirror. Really, I should put it behind the couch. But yeah, it's a scrying mirror in your house. They could have done with anything, right? Like the blue. Like I've read a report that they could have made TVs any color, like red hue, but they purposely shifted it to blue to screw with your dopamine. TVs and screens. No Tecamundo for me. I just Tecamundo. Telemundo. Tecamundo. I just get movies at the library. There you go. All right, so let's work with the. We're gonna work with the labradorite. So please hit the like, thumbs up. Please subscribe as well if you're new here. If you're watching this in the rewind or the replay. So for now, guys, tomorrow we will do good dawning. Yay! And then next week, Thursday, Friday, we will do good dawning again, but we'll have good afternoon when I can do so at Rando. So we will have, and it may be in my car, but we'll go live as best I can here. So, but we will do good afternoon, and it'll generally be the same thing, but it'll be in the afternoon or good evening, right? And it could be good evening or good night, right? If we're doing it, it's just all really is going to depend. But I appreciate anybody who shows up, and I appreciate all of you guys really. Where's Glowy Chloe? That's a good question. She's who knows? There's a few people who haven't been around for a minute, but that's all right. We shifts, right? People shift, and yeah, big shifts, and so same here. Grateful. Happy birthday! All right, so we're gonna work with the double terminated labradorite here, which is always generally in front of me, and looking for the sheen, right? See if anything's around, but. From your end, let's put the sheen into some magic, and we're going to use the points here to break. We're going to put some magic into the agreements that we made, and we're going to break all the old agreements that aren't magical in our universe, the ones that have been holding us back with this, and we're going to clean. Love Josh in his. I'm grateful that my car's rolling at this point. Out of the shop and rolling in straight, no less. This is like, wait, this is what a car feels like. This before my car, it would roll, but it was rolling kind of. Ooh, grateful. Let's just leave it at that. Lindsay, maybe you could go see him on tour. Got my labradorite in hand. Awesome. All right, so let's do the labradorite here, guys. What we're going to do is use this to put some magic to the old agreements that we made and get rid of them. We're also going to bring in a new magical agreement. We'll create a new magical agreement of some sort with ourselves. And yeah, so here we go, guys. Clear the energies. And here we go. All right. Cool. Where is he touring? All right, so here we go. And of course, energy only works with what? Your permission, and of course mine. So here we go. All right. Awesome. All right, so we take any agreements that we have, right? We wrap them up. Let's bind up some of those old agreements here. Let them go. And we're going to pull them out, grab them, send them away. Anything stuck to us, any agreements that we've made over the past few days that are stuck to our frame, we're going to shake those off and start fresh. And these are agreements that we want to release. You may have made an agreement that you want to keep. I don't know. So we pick off the agreements one at a time that we are no longer in agreement with, right? All the statements we've made to the universe, all the things that we've confirmed that aren't the case. We peel it off and we clear. And of course, guys, do not forget that 10:30, which will be 11:30 or 12:30 East Coast, 11:30 Central, or 9:30 if you're Scotty Boy time, Hershey will be live with her cousin. So that's going to be awesome for a Halloween special. So let's support that if you can. All right, so we're removing agreements that we are no longer in part with. We're removing things out of our frame that no longer serve us. With this today, we're clearing of little boogers and stuff off of the root and sacral chakra that are hanging on. Hershey's getting in costume now. Cool. All right, guys, we're going to seal this off here in a moment. Try not to keep good dunning too much longer here. Adam's doing a Halloween reading. Cool. And I haven't done anything in my universe ever for Halloween other than trick or treat as a kid. So won't be much here. We're not going to do much on the channel here. But yeah, I love Halloween, but I've never really celebrated it. I like the energy of it, but I've never done anything for Halloween. This year I'll be working. I went trick-or-treating as a kid, but then it died out. And that was it. And Halloween just became a regular day. I don't even think I've only given out candy a handful of times because generally living in an apartment, we can't give out candy here. So, and I'm not home. So I think that 2019 I gave out candy. 2020, 21. That's about it. Thanks, Felicia. My phone isn't working right now. Need a voucher, but I think I'm going to wait till... Ooh, favor. Shoo. My lab... So, yeah, so is mine. All right. All right, guys. So what magic do you want to put into your universe? Take a moment and create a magical agreement with yourself and your universe. I'm going to do the same. And you don't have to repeat, I'm not going to repeat out loud, but create a magical agreement. There we go. And what magical agreement did you create with your universe, right? And so stand strong in that agreement as we clear out the old stuff. And what one agreement do you want to get rid of? So you can say it out loud, what have you. We're going to pick it right off of you right now. So take that agreement, bring it forth in your frame, and then we're going to get rid of it. Poof, 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 poof. All right, so we're clearing that agreement that you put in your frame there. We're clearing it out. And we're picking it off right now. Boom, there we go. Chloe has labradorite on her shop I'm thinking of getting. Don't forget the Floyd Fam discount for 15%, FLOYD, FAM, and you get 15% off. All right, so let's seal this off, guys. Hopefully you took that agreement, right? And we put it like a scab, right? We're picking it away. Pick it off. Get it off of you. All right, let's seal this up. There we go, guys. All right. So as you go out today, think of the agreements that you make with yourself, that you're saying to others. Think of all the agreements that you create throughout your day. Be more conscious of those agreements and see how they create your universe. Think of the agreements you made to yourself, from yourself, with yourself. Old agreements, break them and realize, yeah, we don't need to stand in the frame of those old agreements anymore either, right? All right, guys. Every day is amazing as you are. Let's close this out with a group hug. All right, guys, left arm up to the person on your left, right arm up to the person on your right. And again, happy birthday, Mary, and all of you guys. Thank you. You have 1,000,001 choices literally on YouTube, and thank you for being finding this millionth channel here and being part of this. Grateful, guys. I'm not going anywhere. You're going to see more channeling, direct channeling from me, like Daniel Scranton kind of deal, but I won't do this. But yeah, so you'll see more channeling from me. You're going to see more pop-up lives, obviously. And tomorrow we'll do Good Dawning, and then you'll see me pop up somewhere over the weekend and keep on trucking, right? So keep your bells, hit the bells there and whatnot. But here we go, guys. All right, so we take our left arm up, put it the person on your left, right arm up, person to your right. Take our love from our left hand, our heart chakra, my heart chakra, your heart chakra, all of our heart chakras, and we take it from our left hand here, and we spin it around through and to each other. So my heart goes to your heart, goes through each of our hearts. And as we spin faster and faster, like is actually active right now, the Large Hadron Collider. So things get goofy. There you go. But the Large Hadron Collider there, we spin around, we spin so fast that we become, you have an awesome day as well, Rick. We become one energy, right? One love. And my love and your love and Rick's love, and it all spins through each and every one of us. And we take that love, like a reverse tornado, reverse it and connect it to the greater source field. So our love is spinning up and into the greater source field. And we see everybody in the greater source field in peace and joy and amazement today. And we see each and every one of us as well in peace, love, and joy and amazement as well. And we see everybody today creating new connections and removing all those old agreements. We see everybody today standing in a clear frame, realizing that the agreements that they might have made when they were in karmic space and bad energies and whatnot aren't serving them anymore. We see where the planet itself is one giant messed up big old agreement, and where each and everybody has made negative agreements with each and everybody else, and those negative agreements are creating more on this planet. So we see that and we stand strong in the love that we are, and we release all of our negative agreements today, all those agreements that no longer serve us, serve our universe, or serve anybody else's universe in any sort of positive way. We release those agreements to the greater source field. We release them out of our frame, and we cleanse that energy with the violet flame. We see everybody today releasing those karmic attachments, those heavy agreements, things that have kept us down, our negative self-talk and whatnot, realizing that all we are is source love, really, and everything that's happened to us has really happened for us. And all those things that make us stand out of frame are really things that can help us to learn to be in frame, right? And if we release all of that and stand strong as who we are, as source in the meat suit, we see right through all the karmic and heavy energies. See each and everybody stepping forth in new agreements, agreements that work for them, agreements that bring them joy, agreements that bring them the financial abundance they are looking for, agreements that bring them the love they are looking for, and agreements that bring each and everybody the purpose that they are looking for on this planet. As we stand in agreement, we also make agreements as a human collective to what? Find peace on this planet, to remove all the forever chemicals and plastics from Mother Gaia and her soils and waters, and of course no more X's in the sky, and agreements where we, as a human species, learn to get along, not karmically vomit our stuff all over each other and push each other around energetically out of fear and trauma. We release all of that today and stand in agreement with awesomeness. We stand in agreement with joy, and we stand in agreement with our highest self today. For that we say, hallelujah, so it is and so it shall be, as we seal off today's hug. We take our tornado that has been connected to the greater source field of love, and we release it up into the greater source field where everybody would agree it should go, with love and peace. There it is, guys. Hallelujah. So it is and so it shall be. All right. A live stream. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Shelly. Neil. Thank you, guys. So yeah, when you're going out and about, am I standing in an old agreement? Am I standing in old energies? Do I agree with myself? What's the agreement? What are you agreeing with? You get the idea. Stay awesome because you are. Make an amazing day today for yourselves. And if the old energies come back and you find an old agreement come back, or if you find an old connection sitting in your frame, let it go. Burn it off. If you find that old agreement comes up and you're in that karmic space, share it. Help ask somebody. Get out, but recognizing that agreement that, oh, this is the agreement I made with myself years ago. I don't want to be this energy anymore. Standing in that frame and releasing it, which you can do at any time. Stay awesome, guys. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you guys. And And I will see you all tomorrow in the next. Have a day as amazing as you all are. Mary, happy birthday, beautiful soul. Rick, love you. Hershey, can't wait for your live. Tina, thank you. Karma, stay awesome. Love you. Felicia, you and King are the best. It's amazing. And keep showing them up. Keep showing the world. PLR, you are amazing. If they're live, what is a recorded message? Thank you, Josh. Much love and favor. Take it easy. Or yeah, today I'm at the 2Y, so shouldn't be too bad. It just depends on who's there, or if I'm running it. Ugh. Yeah, 2 o'clock till about 1 a.m. today. It'll be a long shift, but we don't have to get up at 6 in the morning tomorrow. All right, guys. Thank you.